Hi, buddies. Happy Thanksgiving. Did you know that Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday? And my favorite thing about Thanksgiving is the huge supper. And my favorite thing about the huge supper is dessert. And my favorite thing about dessert is apple pie. And my favorite thing about apple pie is making the apple pies. So I was thinking all day about making apple pies, and there are so many interesting steps. I thought I would share some with you. So we'll do a couple little experiments. You can watch parts of the process. We should have a lot of fun, and it'll get us in the Thanksgiving mood. An apple pie has two main parts, the crust and the filling. Let's look at the crust first.
Take a look at what we have here. What do you think it is?
Dough. Boring old dough.
Poke it with your finger.
Squishy.
Squishy.
Squishy, but I can't touch it.
It reminds me of Play-Doh. Which of course is why Play-Doh is called Play-Doh, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be the pie crust. Give it another poke and see if you can guess what the ingredients are.
Definitely grain.
There is flour in there, right?
Grain. Sugar.
Flour and sugar. What else do you think goes in there?
That.
The other one, salt.
Yeah.
Okay. Flour and sugar and salt. What do you think gives it its squishiness?
Butter.
Butter! You nailed it. There is a lot of butter in there, and that's a big part of what makes apple pie delicious. Before we can use this crust, we're going to need to flatten it out. So I have this cylinder called a rolling pin that I'll use to smooth the crust out and make it bigger and shorter. Just the right shape to fill a pie pan.
I paint it with egg to waterproof the crust so that the filling doesn't make the bottom crust mushy.
What's the same and what's different about these two ingredients?
So that one comes like in ginormous chunks and they like stick together. But that one comes out faster. So
Okay, so this one has some little chunks in it and this one does not. What's the same?
they're tiny.
What else?
They look the same, but they aren't the same. They don't taste the same.
Well, let's find out. Now before we taste them, let's look up close one more time.
Okay.
They're both white. They're both grainy, like sand. And the grains are about the same size. If I feel them with my fingers, they feel about the same. Go ahead and feel them with your fingers. So far, it almost seems like they are the same. Let's taste them and see if they taste different. Now, it's safe to taste these because their ingredients take little taste, okay? Willie, what does that taste like?
Salty. Wait a minute, I gotta go get a drink of water.
Salty? And Amos, what does that taste like?
Yummy.
Yummy? Two very different reactions. Does it remind you of any foods?
Sugar.
Sugar. It's sugar. Try the other one. Just a little bite.
Can mix them together.
Well, what did you think of that one? Was it the same or different?
Different and can mix them together.
Not quite yet, but you can in a minute. Willie, try the other one that you didn't try yet. Is it the same or different?
Different.
Okay, does it taste better or worse?
Better.
Better? What is it?
Sugar.
Yeah. So this bowl is sugar and this bowl is salt. They look alike, they don't taste anything alike. Here's another bowl.
That's more powder.
It's powdery, right? These two are grainy. This one's powdery. It's also white. Do you want to taste the powdery one and guess what that is? Or tell me something the same or different about it?
My guess is it would be
Softer.
bitter.
Good guess.
And it's softer.
It's softer. Do you think it's bitter?
I think it's bitter.
I think of it as kind of neutral, but like it dries out a person's mouth. It's just kind of boring. What do you think, Amos?
Good.
That's good?
Medium. Medium.
What's in that bowl is flour. Those are 3 of our main ingredients in a lot of different recipes. Sugar, salt, and flour.
Like pancakes.
Exactly. Next, let's look at the filling. That's a delicious appley part on the inside of the pie. This is our apple peeling machine. Maybe you have one at home. It can peel an apple and it can slice an apple. Let's find out how it works. Give that handle a crank. Look at what happened to the spikes. They're moving towards the back of the machine because of the groove that Willie's turning by turning the handle. And can you crank it the other way? What do you think will happen next? The spikes move forward. This time, we have an apple on the spikes. Amos, can you turn that crank? There you go. It's moving forward. What'll happen next?
Oh, the skin will get peeled.
The skin will get peeled.
Makes for a great snack.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I'll get more for you.
Take a look at this. What do you think will happen when the apple spins into it? Let's find out. Willie?
I have a guess, but
Go for it.
I'm probably not going to spoil it.
All right, well, give it a crank and we'll see.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Strips of nice apple. And now it's cutting.
The first blade peeled our apple, and the second blade sliced it into perfect slices.
Watch the butter melt as it hits the hot pan.
Now the next part is one of my favorites, and it's what makes an apple pie look really, really good. So who knows about weaving? It's where every single piece goes over one and under the next, and over one and under the next, no matter which way you're going. Take a look at this. So to weave, each piece needs to go over one and under the next. I'm going to help us out by pulling a few back so that I can lay this piece down. Now when I move these back, you'll see how it goes
under, over, under, over, under. It's a pattern. This is my favorite thing about Thanksgiving. I think we did great. Enjoy your holiday, and I'll see you next week.
I can't stop eating sugar.